Hello, welcome to day 4 of the Give Away the System MLM Online Marketing Bootcamp. Today is all about blogging, and blogging is my personal favorite topic in online marketing. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to talk about why blogging works so well as a marketing strategy. I'm going to give you some specifics, going to look at some facts and statistics, and then I'm actually going to peel back the curtain and let you peek behind the scenes at my process for writing a blog post. So stick around. That's going to be the conclusion of this day's training. So first, let's jump right in. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go over to my cPanel, to one of my websites. I want to show you this for validation, for your own confidence, really. If you're just getting started out blogging, or maybe you've been blogging a while, maybe you maybe haven't been using some of the strategies that we teach. I want to give you an idea of what's possible. You can look at unique visitors. You can look at all kinds of metrics, hits and pages and visitors, but really unique visitors is the number that counts. Really, unique. How many unique visitors can you get to your content? So this is actually the back panel for my KenAcree.com, which is my main blog at this point. I started blogging a little bit with this. Even the site was set up early in the year, and I hadn't really done anything with it. You see 500 visitors, 300, 10, 20 visitors a day. That's basically nothing. I mean, it may be like a robot crawling the net. It's really nobody. Somebody randomly stumbled upon it, I guess. But I started blogging a little bit in March, and I hadn't really gone wide open with it. Was working on some other projects, but you see in March had 1,200 visitors, unique visitors, 40 a day. It's basically like, might as well say zero. There's almost no impact there. Went on vacation in April, got back, and the last 3 weeks of April I blogged every day. So you can see in April, 2,700 unique visitors. So around 100 a day. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. 100 unique visitors a day. You can afford to buy a cup of coffee. Basically, you're still not where you want to be. But I tell you this because I want to be real, and that's the reality of blogging. Every day, 3 or 4 weeks straight, got me a little bit of traffic and a few leads. But I kept going because I had some mentors who told me, "Hey, it works. Keep going, and it'll work." So here's what happened in May. You see my results tripled. I had about 7,500 unique visitors in May, so 250 a day. I started getting a lot more traffic leads and then converting some of those into sales. June, over 12,000 unique visitors, so up to over 400 a day. We're about halfway through July. I've got almost 8,000 unique visitors, so we're tracking to hit like 16,000. So we're actually at this point generating over 500 unique visitors a day to this one blog, a ton of leads, sales, on a very consistent basis. And here's what I want to point out, folks. I just did the exact same thing over and over. My process didn't change. Keyword research, writing a blog post, promoting it, wash, rinse, repeat. Okay, day after day after day. Some days it's 30 or 40 minutes. Some days maybe it's 2 or 3 hours. But it's just the same process over and over. And it took me from 3,000 to 7,000 to 12,000, 15, 16, 17,000 this month. And I have every reason to believe that by October this number will be 30,000. Here's a really cool thing. Even at 500 visitors a day like I'm getting right now, that's enough to earn a full-time income just from blogging. If you may or may not know my background, I've been earning a full-time income from MLM marketing since 2010. So I've already generated a really strong residual income. So now just from blogging alone, I've been able to pick up a second full-time income, within about a 90-day period. But the really cool thing is that you can do it too. All right, I didn't do anything special. I just did what was working. Okay, I copied a formula that worked. I copied it day after day after day, and I got the same results that the people before me got. What that means is that you can do the same thing too. You just plug into this training and this Give Away the System program. You can get the exact same results that I've gotten. So blogging for dollars. Blogging is the best long-term strategy, and I'm going to tell you why. Your content is an asset. Okay, every blog post, every blog article that you write, you take ownership of it. Some of them are worth $100, and some of them may be worth 50,000. In some cases, you've got an idea of what they're worth when you produce them. Sometimes you go after a keyword that's really hard and challenging, and you know if you can rank for it, you're gonna make a lot of money. And sometimes you get some happy surprises. But every piece of content that you write is an asset, and it can rank for years. A blog post, you produce it once, you post it, you promote it, and then people are still going to find that blog post on a Google search 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the future. So you're going to be getting sales from the same content years down the road. And that's, for my money, even though I love Facebook and YouTube, and those are great ways to market, you got way more control over a blog post, and you got a longer term strategy. You've also got the ability to position your content in front of the traffic. And let me tell a little story, or kind of paint a picture here to explain what I mean by that. Think about any small town you've ever driven through that was once a booming, center of commerce. It used to have a main street that was full of shops, full of merchants and full of traffic. At some point in time, they built a bypass around that town, right? You got a town pictured in your mind that's like that. Here's what happened. What used to be the main thoroughfare dried up, right? So the people who owned shops in that district, they had a choice to make. They either go out of business, or they incur considerable expense to move their shop out to the new road. That's the choices they've got, because you've got to position yourself where the traffic is if you want to make money. Here's the really cool thing about blogging. You own a piece of content that you can move in front of the traffic, and you can do it for nothing or for pennies on the dollar. It's not a brick and mortar store that you've got to tear down and rebuild. I'll give you a great example. Facebook did not even exist 10 years ago, and today Facebook is the number 2 traffic source on all of the internet. Well, guess what? If you've been blogging for years and you own content, you can repurpose and reposition that content on Facebook to take advantage of all of that free traffic. Does that make sense? Okay. Search engines love blogs. Honestly, we could spend hours and hours talking about this. I don't want to belabor the point, but a WordPress blog is highly optimized for search engines. There's something called caffeine, where when you're updating your blog daily, search engines eat up new content. They love it. Also, people stick on your page when your blog is let's say thick. When you don't have a thin site, when you're updating your blog daily and you've got blog posts and videos and relevant content for your market, people are going to stick around on your page. And that's another trick. Search engines are going to love you when people stick around on your page, when your bounce rate is low, when people aren't, clicking on and clicking back off. Let's go over to search engine. I'm going to go. I'll explain what this is. Some of you may be familiar. This is a search engine called Startpage. If you look over here to the right, it says enhanced by Google. I'm going to tell you exactly how this works. This is a private search engine, but all they do, they run a Google search in the background, and then they pull the data forward for you in a private way, where they don't share your IP address with Google. The reason I do this, as a marketer, we just have to be smart. We don't want to let Google know any more about what we're doing as marketers than we have to, because one of our goals is to rank on Google. There's no reason to give them any more information than we have to. So that's why I use Startpage to do some searches, but it's actually the exact same data that Startpage pulls from Google in a private manner. I'm going to give you an idea of what's possible with blogging, and again, this is something that I really started in the last 90 to 120 days. I've been blogging. My Lead System Pro. Let's look at that. My Lead System Pro is the best online marketing, traction marketing system on the planet. It's what I use on a daily basis to grow my business. And thousands of other marketers have used it as well. So let's just take a look, and You can scroll down. There's one, two, three, four. A lot of YouTube videos. We talked about that yesterday. YouTube, Google loves YouTube. 5. There I am at number 6. Okay, My Lead System Pro, Ken Acree, KenAcree.com. I'm number 6 on Google. There's Ray Higdon at 8, Rob Four at 9. Those are 2 of the top 5 all-time producers with MLSP. They've been involved with MLSP for about 3 years, I guess. So within 90 days, I'm able to rank right with those guys. And again, I'm telling you this is not to brag. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to realize that if you want to get this, all you got to do is jump in and go after it. We'll look at a couple more. MLSP Mastery. I'm at the mastery level with MLSP. That's our premier, expert level, and that's the level where you want to be if you want to be an expert with online marketing. Okay, and as of today, there I am, number 1, MLSP Mastery. That's pretty cool. So, if somebody's checking out the number one attraction marketing expert level program, if they're going to Google and searching out information about that, they find me at the top of the page as of today. So that's pretty cool. Let's check one more. Best MLM leads. We talked yesterday about some of those long tail keywords when you go to search, and the keyword tools will tell you some of the terms that people are searching for. So best MLM leads, that's a term that a few hundred people a day are searching for, and it's highly targeted because somebody looking for the best MLM leads, they probably got their credit card out ready to buy something. They mean business, right? So let's look at best MLM leads, and there once again, best MLM leads, top of the page, Ken Acree. And again, what I really, the point I want to hammer across is, if I can do this, you can do it. It's just a consistent, consistently following a proven system that works, and the system that we teach you here, and also further information that you'll be able to learn inside of the back office of MLSP. Here's another plus about blogging. Blogging you can easily combine with other strategies. Facebook again is the number 2 highest traffic source. When you post a blog post, you're not just trying to rank on Google. You can also go out on Facebook and share. And I showed you some strategies in day 3 that you can get that to actually go viral. You can combine video blogging. You can combine video and blogging together. There are a lot of prominent marketers whose strategy is to produce a video, post it to their blog, say a few words about it, and then promote it that way. And that works great. You can actually produce a YouTube video. Inside of MLSP, especially at the gold and above levels, you've got some hosting, so you can host your own videos, and that's what I do. But you can also upload a video, just upload it to YouTube, and then post it on a blog and promote it that way. So there's a lot of synergy in these marketing strategies. It's very easy to combine video, Facebook, blogging, all 3 together, and create a marketing powerhouse. There's several options when you're talking about making a decision to employ a blogging strategy. There's some totally free options. So again, we always say never let being cheap keep you broke, but sometimes you're broke and you got to start with free, and I get that. So there's totally free options. You can go to WordPress.com, Blogger.com. You really don't have any control over these, but hey, if you're starting out, you got to start somewhere. If you've got a lot of time and less funds, and you need to start somewhere, start with those blogging options. Start with those free ones. I will caution that you definitely don't want to put all your eggs in one of those baskets, because when you don't control the the medium, when you don't control the site, at any time they could pull the plug on you, and it happens. And there's no sense saying, hey, it's not fair or whatever. It's fair. They own it. They can do what they want. So that's just fair warning. Use some free strategies if you need to do that, but always have a plan in mind to step up. There are some paid strategies that are limited. There are some programs out there where you can pay $25 or a month or whatever, and you have a blog that's a little more optimized. You can do some more things with it, and maybe it even has decent authority with the search engines, because a lot of people are using that platform. So you might want to look at some of those options. They're not bad, but again, you got less control, and to a degree, what you're doing is promoting someone else's brand. That's not the end of the world. There's risk reward in everything. You got to look at the trade-offs and say, what's it worth to me? Am I getting enough value from that tool that I'm okay with promoting somebody else's brand while I build my own? Your best bet, just like the cPanel that I showed you when we first started, is to have your own WordPress blog. And you can get a really good WordPress blog up and running. $100 or less. I mean, you probably do it a little less than that, but you're talking about around $100 to get it set up, get hosting, get the plugins that you need to really operate correctly, get a decent theme. One of the best things you can do inside of MLSP, they got some really good tutorials that will walk you through setting your blog up. And the stuff that they give you and show you, I mean, you can get set up for under $100 and have your own blog. And I advise that for anybody. It's okay to start out with the free stuff, but really I would run that parallel. At the same time, I would be having your own, setting your own blog. I've got my KenAkery.com, and I've actually got a couple of other properties that I market in different ways, but I definitely would advise you to do that right away. There's some similar options to blogging. Blogging has some cousins. You go into Facebook. There's you can write a note. There's Facebook Notes. You can do article marketing, which is again, it's similar, kind of similar to doing a WordPress.com or blogger type blog. IBO Toolbox. There's a ton of stuff out there. There's a ton of ways that you can produce content on somebody else's site, and some of them are great. Like if you're check Google, you'll notice that there are certain authority sites that rank very well on Google where you can produce free content, and that's a great tip for you. Go search Google and just pay attention. Start when you do searches, search like a marketer. Pay attention to what's ranking. Anywhere that you can post free content and get the benefit of Google traffic, you should do that. But above all else, my number one suggestion, my number one piece of advice is that you do start with your own hosted WordPress blog. And again, in the back office of MLSP, they'll walk you right through how to set that up. Hey guys, again, that was really quick, about 20 minutes, just the tips and the basics on blogging. I'll tell you what I'm going to do though. Before I close out today, I'm actually going to log into my personal WordPress blog, and I'm going to take about 5 minutes, and that's really all it takes to show you how I go about setting up a blog post. There's also going to be some links at the bottom of this video when we get done if you decide that blogging is the way you want to go. And first and foremost, I would say, if you're involved in MLSP, then there's a lot of tips that are free in the back office of MLSP. But if you decide that blogging is the way you want to go as an advanced strategy, and you want to give it all you got for 90 days, there's a couple of resources that will work for you. There's a resource called Posting on Purpose for Profit, and then there's another one called Predatory SEO. And basically, Posting on Purpose for Profit is on a budget, a shoestring option. If you're just getting started and you're on a shoestring, it'll show you how to get your blog up and running and get some leads a little more quickly. And I've got a link to a review. You can read that and see what you think about it and check that out. And then there's also Predatory SEO. Predatory SEO is basically the strategy that I employ. So a little more to it, but it's powerful. Again, just check out that review and read that, and you definitely want to check out that option if you decide that blogging is the way you want to go. But before we before we go any further, I'm going to click on over to my dashboard to my back office of KenAkery.com, and just let you look over my shoulder and see my process, and just really see how painless and simple it is to go about producing a blog post. Okay guys, so I've got my blog post or my dashboard loaded up here. You see I've got 100 and something, million comments and 100 posts, all kinds of stuff going on. But you go right over here to post and click on add new. And for some of you this is old hat, and for others it's maybe the first time you've seen this, but this is really how easy it is to do a blog post. You're going to do the title at the top, and I'm going to write a blog post today about MLM attraction marketing. That's the keyword that I'm going to go after. And I've already done the research. I know there's a few hundred people a month that are searching for that term. Obviously, it's highly targeted, both MLM and attraction marketing. These are people that are going to be interested in MLSP and possibly my primary MLM program. I'm going to copy that. I've got a tool over here called Easy WordPress SEO. It's about $40, I think. It's a tool that helps to tell you how optimized your page is. Categories, I'll say it's I've got a buy Ken Acre category, and then I'll do MLM network marketing as a category. Now I'll scroll down here to the bottom of the page. There's a WordPress SEO by Yoast. This is a free plugin that you're definitely going to want to use when you set up your own blog. I'm going to post that keyword here again as well. So MLM attraction marketing is my keyword. And then I'm going to go down here to meta description. And again, this is not pre-planned. This is, I may fumble around a little bit, but I want to show you realistically what this is on a daily basis. So in meta description, I'm going to start out. I'm going to write a brief description. I've got 156 characters. This is actually the description that's going to show up in Google when somebody searches. Okay. So I might say, let's see, MLM attraction. MLM attraction marketing is all about you, but not about you at all. Does it sound like a riddle? Follow along as we solve this mystery and see why MLM works ... Okay. Now, this may or may not be the exact one I use. I may change the wording around a little bit. As of right now, that works though. MLM attraction marketing is all about you, but not about you at all. If you're reading that, you're going, what does that mean? Sounds like a riddle, yeah? So follow along as we solve the mystery and see why MLM works. So what we're doing here is we're trying to create clicks. Okay, the goal is to get this to rank on page 1 of Google, and when it does, you want to write a compelling enough description that people want to click on it. So again, I may revise that a little bit, but for now we'll stick with it because I don't want to spend hours on this. I'm going to copy that description, and this is a little trick that you'll find helpful. I'm actually going to paste that description at the top, and that's going to be the beginning of my article. Google, sometimes they use the description at the bottom of the blog post that I just showed you. Sometimes they use this description. Occasionally they pull information from your article, and especially they like to pull it from the beginning of your article. So I've found it best to just use the same description at the start of your article. So you got less confusion. You give Google what they want. I'm going to do some stuff with some bolding here. I'm going to bold that. Maybe do a little, some spacing and clean this up a little bit. I'm going to do some headers. Make this an H2 header. I'm gonna go ahead and save, let me tell you why I'm saving this now. This will go ahead and lock in my permalink. My permalink for my site is MLM attraction marketing now. So I've got the keyword that I'm going after as the permalink. So that's what I'm wanting to accomplish there. Listen, beyond that, I'm gonna fill in the details. I'm not gonna sit here and write an entire blog post for you, bore you to death. You can read it later. Hopefully, it's on Google by the time you see this video. if you're watching this right now, it may be another month away. But the plan is to rank on page 1 of Google. But I'll add an image. I'll add a couple more headers, and I'll use use MLM attraction marketing, bold it, underline it, italicize it. Sprinkle it throughout, and also at the end, and that's it. I mean, that's the process. I think I took an extra 5 minutes, and really from this point on, the article flows. This will probably take me about 30 minutes to write. Then I'm going to go through a promotion process, and that's it. So again, folks, that's really all there is to blogging. I love it. I feel like it's the best way that you can promote your content long term to generate leads for your MLM business, to put more cash in your pocket. If you got any questions about blogging, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm happy to help any way I can. Day 5 is tomorrow. It's the last day of this giveaway system training. I don't want you to feel like it's the end though, because I'm going to constantly update and add to this program and give you more videos and give you more ways to make money with your business. But tomorrow we're just going to tie everything up together, talk about traffic leads and sales, and how you can start winning in your MLM business online starting right now. Have a great day.